Hey guys, and welcome back to Legomaster627's Creations. So today it is Monday, June 23rd of 2025. And today, well, as you can clearly tell by the title, the Summer 2025 event has arrived and will be going from June 23rd to August 21st. It's been tradition for the last 5 years now that the summer party always goes for a few months leading up to the anniversary of the world on August 21st. So we're still keeping that tradition alive for some reason. Before we fully begin, let's see who we get today. We get, all 5. Okay, that's interesting. Automatically beginning our tour. Similarly to the previous year's party, I think we had the sand be the path. Basically just the path be all sand. And I think I brought that back from the previous year, which is pretty cool. Now then, we have some entirely new palm trees. We now have the flowers on the leaves, but now with cherries in the middle. Why did I do this? I don't know. I thought it looked cool. It was a nice little combination. And you'll be seeing that throughout the entire event, so yeah, I guess we could call these the cherry palm trees. I don't know. I think it makes sense. Or, I don't know. I thought it was just a cool idea. Anyway, you'll be seeing these all throughout the event. So the planet world, as you can see, is decorated, including the pillars holding up the treehouse. Speaking of the treehouse, if we go up here, we can see another palm tree right there, and another one right over there. It's also where we can find our first item, the Summer 2025 hat. Let's put it on. And that is how it looks. It's meant to mainly match these palm trees right here, which is super cool. Anyway, with that out of the way, that is actually the only item in this entire party. Before we continue, I may as well talk about these guys, since these guys were not here last time. The reason why they are up here is because I thought they would look cool. Also, the reason why there's 2 is just because I thought I'd have them in both blue colors. But yeah, they'll be up here for a while. Probably permanently. Anyway, I thought I'd just explain that real quick. Anyway, this is how the treehouse mainly looks. I should mention that in there is not decorated, so we're just going to immediately head up here to my bedroom, which as you can see is decorated, which as you can see mainly has palm trees right here, and the bed being decorated like that. Outside of that, we can get out of the treehouse now. Next up is the Planet World Pet Cemetery. Now, as you can see, we have even more palm trees this way as well, and also the fence is being changed to, of course, jungle wood and warped wood. There we go. I just need to remember the names real quick. Anyway, these are the 4 palm trees here at the pool. By the way, speaking of which, the little walls here for the pool are finally not updated for once. Like, that's actually kind of a shock. Yeah, I know. That's something you probably weren't expecting. And honestly, even I wasn't expecting to not do that. But in here is decorated. And fun fact, this was actually the last room I did right before recording this video. So that's a fun fact. Anyway, heading up the stairs, the only thing that's decorated up here is the fences, because if I go to any other rooms, they are not decorated. Why? I just didn't feel like it this time around, which means we can actually get out of here and successfully move on to the village. Next up is the Planet World Village, and now as you can see, the purple pillars that are normally on each building, I'm specifically referring to these specifically, the ones behind the glass. They've all been changed to reflect the palm tree theme, which is super cool. I should also mention that none of the inside rooms are decorated, so we will be skipping them entirely. Why are they not decorated? This is just because I just didn't feel like it this time. Not because I'm lazy, I just didn't feel like decorating them this time around. Yeah, I just decided, I'm not going to decorate them this time. But also, it's nice to take a little break from decorating certain rooms. Which, by the way, some areas that haven't been decorated in quite a while are back to being decorated in this party, and I'll explain what those are later. For now, though, here's a ton of palm trees around the village, as you can see, which looks super cool. The lava has been replaced with water, but I think that's been a tradition for almost every summer party at this point. The only thing decorated here at the shed is just 4 palm trees right here. But that's basically it for the entire village. there's not really much else to say beyond that, which means we can pretty much get out of here. Well, actually, I wasn't actually done. The beacon for the lighthouse has also been updated, specifically the fence. But outside of that, that is basically it for the entire village. And here's a little overview, just if you were curious. Making our way to the Action World series, I want to show off the little path here. And this palm tree. Normally I would start right around here. I would cut to like right here when doing the Action World. But since this path is here and is updated, I thought I'd show it off. The Action World actually won't even take as long as the Planet World. Because first of all, as you can see, the cabin isn't decorated that much. In fact, it's not even decorated on the inside. So we'll be skipping that entirely. The same also goes with the hotel as well. So we'll also be skipping that. What is decorated though is palm trees right here in the hotel, which is super cool. The farm is also not decorated. I don't know, decided to take a break from decorating certain parts of each world. So, yeah. But what is fully updated is this, right here specifically. Now, as you can see, this is a combination between jungle, warped, and bamboo wood. But the poles, the tiki torches to be exact, are still made out of bamboo, which is super cool. But outside of that, that is it for the Action World series. There is nothing else beyond this point. This next area also won't take long, and that's the Legos Island series, as the only room decorated is the resort. But that's been kind of a thing for a while now. Anyway, the resort, as you can see, is decorated, with mainly the palm tree theme that we've been seeing all over the event so far. And trust me, there's plenty more. So, first of all, we got 2 palm trees on the dock right there, which is super cool. And yeah, the umbrellas, as you can see, have been updated to reflect this set theme, which is super cool. With all that said though, like I just said, that is the only room decorated in the Legos Island series. None of the other rooms, I guess outside over here in the blacksmith shop, is updated. Like everything else except for the resort and blacksmith shop are not updated. So we will be skipping the rest of this entirely. You might be beginning to realize that this is a much smaller event compared to previous years. Now, that's mainly purposely because... Remember what I said almost a month ago with the whole trying to downscale and everything? Yeah, I still am not joking about that. So, as you may notice, there are less rooms decorated than normal. But the beach is updated for this party, which is super cool. Now, with all that being said, the only place that's decorated in the beach is the little dance area, which is super cool. So, yeah, it mainly takes elements from the palm trees that we've been seeing all over the event so far. But outside of that, there is not much else to say, because the remainder of this, including the beach house, are all not decorated. That even includes over here. I know, that's kind of a surprise. I think it was decorated the previous year. But this time, it isn't for some reason. So, we're gonna immediately move on. Well, this place hasn't been decorated in a while. Yeah, this 2014 village is finally decorated for the first time in a long time, actually. A few months to be exact. I don't think it's been decorated since I think like March or something. So, that's pretty cool. I know, I took a bit of a break just so I wasn't decorating it all the time. That's one of the many places that I took a break from decorating. But yeah, just to clarify, only the outside is decorated, because as you may notice, none of the insides, as you can clearly notice, are decorated. So that is your proof. So only the outside is decorated, and the same applies in the Sand Village. Now, there are mainly only just palm trees here, but the tour sign has also been updated, with the fences also updated too, which is super cool. The only other thing that's decorated right here is the outside of my house. Besides that, there is nothing else to be seen here aside from that palm tree right next to it. So yeah, that's like an overview of the village. We can immediately move on to the Sand Village itself, which also shouldn't take long, considering it's only outside. I ended up adding more palm trees to this area because it kind of felt empty. So there's palm trees here now. You didn't just see that a second ago, but no. There are palm trees here now, because again, I felt like this place felt a little empty. So, yeah, no, there you go. I got some for you. But yeah, no, the little recreated village looks fun and very heavily decorated alongside that door sign, which looks exactly the same as the 2014 village. The wilderness, as you may notice, also is decorated, applying the same things that we've been seeing all over, which is super cool. Anyway, that's really it for that. The other thing that's decorated now is the town, but there's literally nothing here outside of the fountain and the little disco ball symbol being changed to leaves. But yeah, no, that's basically it for the entire town. And then the plaza mainly just has some palm trees. Oh, and these fences being updated too. Oh, and one last thing, if we head into the little pet shop and head back to the little back area, the fences have also been updated too, which is super cool. And that is it for both villages respectively. So let's move on to the houses, which also haven't been decorated in a long time. Yeah, the houses haven't been decorated for a while. What I mean by is the fact that they haven't been decorated on the inside for quite a while. I think the last time they were decorated on the inside, I think was like April Fool's 2025. But they have been decorated on the outside. I think the last time I think was like Earth Day. But no, they're actually decorated on the outside, and more importantly, on the inside for the first time since April Fool's. So yeah, I did take a few months off just to prove that I wasn't decorating them all the time. That's actually a good thing. I should probably do that more often with other places. So, just for the record, Florida House 1 mainly kicks off with this. Just some palm trees, some lanterns, and actually that's it. Actually, that pretty much applies to all of these rooms. So I'll actually be going through them rather quickly, just so we're not spending too much time here. The kitchen also applies the exact same decorations. Also, good to know that everybody's following me now. Anyway, it's mainly just lanterns and palm trees, alongside some furniture getting redesigned for the party. Another thing that's also redesigned is over here, with just more lanterns and another palm tree. And heading into my room, as you can see, it's mainly just lanterns and more furniture being redesigned. The same also it can apply in here to Rose Crystal's room. So, yeah. Anyway, back here is also updated. It's mainly just lanterns and more tables getting updated. And then, if we head out to the backyard, as we can see, it's not really updated that much. It's mainly just the swings and the slide. Oh, and the roof of this getting updated. Outside of that, there is not much to really say. Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot to mention, the stairs are updated too. But, the last place here is the lanai, which is not that heavily decorated if you don't count all these lanterns. But outside of the lanterns and some of the furniture getting updated, that is it for Florida House 1. Heading over to Florida House 2, it is slightly more decorated compared to Florida House 1, but not by too much. Also, I did change the little lantern to blue just because we wanted to match the theme. So, here's the outside. Looks very nice. Here's all the bushes. They look very, very beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. Also, yes, I did put water here because I thought it would look cool. But, yeah. Oh, and I updated the fence, too. Now, as for the inside of the house, we're gonna head in there now. And, well, it is decorated. Some of the furniture, and this is basically similar to Florida House 1, where it's mainly just lanterns, and some of the furniture just getting slightly modified. But, yeah. So, the little cabinets got modified as well, just, like, redesigned for this party. And just for the record, there's lanterns everywhere, I should mention. Like, literally everywhere there's lanterns. See, even in here there's a ton of lanterns, which is super cool, honestly. And, yeah. So, yeah, it's mainly just a ton of furniture getting updated, mainly. That's really it. There's not much. Oh, and in here, too. But outside of that, back here is not updated, so we'll skip that. But what is updated is the upstairs. there are a few rooms that have been updated, such as the classroom. And, oh, okay, forgot to change that. Okay, just to clarify, I haven't been back here in a while, so that's probably why. I haven't been back here in like over a month. But, yeah, no, as you can see, it's mainly just lanterns up here. And the carpet just getting replaced with sand and all of that. But that's really it. Over here just has the fences updated, and I should mention down there too, as you may notice. Nope, nothing in here. But there is something in here though. It's mainly just more lanterns, more of the furniture just getting redesigned. And yeah, mainly just tables. And then over here we got some flowers, which is super cool. That's it. Well, for the main house itself, we still got the lanai, but that shouldn't even take long, as it's still, once again, mainly just a ton of lanterns. And, yeah. But all this furniture did get redesigned, though. And same with over here, too. It did only get slightly redesigned. Even the hammock over there got slightly redesigned. That's pretty cool. But we can actually move on to the backyard itself, which actually shouldn't even take that long, considering the decorations here are very small, such as the tree next to the lanai only having a jungle and warped wood, and then over here, the dirt area having more leaves, but also having more wood and leaves, which is super cool. And the hole now having water in it. By the way, that's for all of them, by the way. Because, as you probably might notice, even our little hole in the field here has water. And then over here, yeah, it's basically just the tree being updated. Nothing on the inside of the time machine. And same goes with the tree next to the pump house. But we do have some lanterns over here, though. That's what really matters. Anyway, the bush has also been updated to reflect the colors. The same applies with the tree next to the garden. Alongside the wood too, that's also been updated for this party. The last place that's been updated for this yard is the top of the pump house. It didn't receive too much of an update, mainly just the fences and the little pillar here. Outside of that, we can move on to Florida House 3, which is actually our last location. Like I just said, I should have clarified that Florida House 2 hasn't been decorated in quite a while either, alongside Florida House 1 on the inside. And same applies here too with Florida House 3. The insides of these places have not been decorated, I think, ever since April Fool's. Back in April. So, yeah. It's good to see that again. But I promise I will probably still start taking some breaks from decorating certain areas, so I'm not doing it all the time. Because it does get old after a while. Anyway, the trees, as you can see, alongside the bushes, have been redesigned for this party, using the elements of the bushes that we've been seeing throughout the party. Which is super cool. Anyway, that is super cool. And now we are going to head on inside now, shall we? Yep, as you can see, yep, it's all redesigned in here too. It, once again, mainly just consists of mostly lanterns. But that's the main idea though. The couches have been redesigned to bamboo, jungle, and warped wood, which is super cool. Same goes with the lamps. And the kitchen also mainly just has lanterns, but also has some of the furniture redesigned as well, which is super cool. Heading on over here, this is also updated, which is awesome. It, once again, mainly just consists of lanterns and just some furniture being redesigned, but not too much though. I should mention that this, and this are all not updated. So we'll be skipping those entirely. What we can't skip though is, well, this room we can skip alongside this one. But what we need to not skip though is the lanai, as it is also updated for this party. As you can see, this is how it looks. And personally, this looks super cool personally. The lanterns really go well with this theme. And yes, I don't know if you saw it in the lanai earlier, I forgot to mention for the second house, but the fire pit's also here in the third one as well. Because you never know, we might be using that thing in the summer. Probably. Knowing us, we probably will be using us. But that's it for the lanai. And the last location is the backyard itself. To clarify, the side yard is not decorated, but the rest of it is. As you can see, tree next to the garden has more wood on it. The field has water in the hole, just like all the other ones. Same applies, of course, with the pond view, which has mainly just a bunch of wood on the trees, which is super cool. So, yeah. And the shed mainly has its little pathway with sand and water combined, which is very cool. The final place in this entire party is the workshop, which mainly has all the fences redesigned for the party alongside the chairs itself. And with all that said, that officially wraps up the 2025 summer party. After only like 21 minutes. Dang, man. I think that might be our newest record as of right now for probably the shortest summer party tour. Wow. The only question is getting this out before midnight. That's the true question. In order to do that, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. What is your favorite room of the summer party? I'd love to hear it. And next time we're going to be officially, I think, starting our summer project. With all that being said, I'll see you next time. And I forgot to showcase the map the entire time. That's how it looks, by the way.